Hello everybody, welcome to another Nephilim Builds. It's Pride Month and we're celebrating by making various LGBTQIA+ characters in media because fuck Trump. Today we're gonna cause some trouble and make it double as Double Trouble from She-Ra, Princesses of Power. As I was giving many of these videos are about capturing the spirit of the character rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. With that said, let's address the obvious. Double Trouble is non-binary. This has been confirmed as canon, and even if it hadn't been, it shouldn't be up for debate. Basically, every shapeshifter character that can change their sex is either non-binary or gender fluid. It's the only logical conclusion for a character who can switch sexes or present as androgynous at will, and does so when they normally wouldn't have to. With all that said, let's start with ability scores. Using the standard point array with the 15 to Charisma, they played the Princess Alliance like a bunch of fiddles. Next up is the 14 Dexterity, they're predictably quick and nimble. After that's the 13 in Wisdom. Part of being a great actor is getting into the character's head, especially if they're a real person. Up next we'll put the 12 into Intelligence, they seem pretty smart. Lastly we'll put the 10 to Constitution and Dumb Strength, they prefer to avoid fighting. For species we're going to go with Changeling. We get Shape Changer and Changeling Instincts taking Insight and Deception. It's pretty nebulous if they can shape change naturally or if they're using magic, but it's more fun for us if we can do it at will. We'll make a custom background putting our increases into Charisma and Dexterity. We'll get Acrobatics and Performance and take the Lucky Feat, which is the reason I didn't just take Entertainer. I'll also take Proficiency with Painter Supplies. You know, for giggles. Moving on to class, we're going to start off as a Bard. We'll get Charisma and Dexterity saving throws and pick Persuasion, Investigation, and Stealth for skills. We'll also be proficient with Light Armor, Simple Weapons, and 3 instruments. We'll take the Zelkoon for the piano, it's the only instrument we see them playing. We'll also take the Lute and the Flute. Another reason I didn't take the Entertainer, who the hell needs proficiency in 7 instruments? Hell, the 2024 PHB only has 10. At that point, you might as well play a human, take the skilled feat, and get the whole set. At level 1 we get Bardic Inspiration and 2 cantrips, taking Vicious Mockery for weaponized sass, and Friends for some schmoozing. We'll also get 4 spells taking Charm Person, Dissonant Whispers to tell someone their biggest insecurity, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and Long Strider for speed. At level 2 we get Jack of all trades and expertise in Insight and Deception. We'll also take Featherfall because what is fall damage? At level 3 we got our Bard College taking the College of Dance for dazzling footwork. They get to actually keep up with She-Ra in a fight. We'll also take Calm Emotions to help ease tension. At level 4 we'll take the Actor feat riding Charisma. Fooling the princesses is one thing, but they tricked Catra, who already knew about them, into thinking they were Adora. We'll also take Prestidigitation for effects and Enhance ability for Super Shifter feats. At level 5 we'll get D8 Inspiration and Font of Inspiration and take Feigned Death to play dead. We'll also take Tongues, everyone seems to understand each other even from other worlds. At level 6 we'll get Inspiring Movement and Tandem Footwork. Personal opinion, but I think an extra attack would have been better here. We'll also take Sending for a Horde Comms Pad. At level 7 we'll get Counter Charm and Freedom of Movement for some escape artistry. At level 8 we'll take the Speedy feat, Rounding Dexterity, and take Aid for more HP. We're now going to multiclass to Rogue, getting Sleight of Hand and Thieves Tools. At level 1 we'll get Sneak Attack, Thieves Cant, and Expertise in Performance and Persuasion. We'll also get Weapon Mastery, which we'll ignore. At level 2 we'll get Cunning Action, and at level 3 we'll get Steady Aim and our Roguish Archetype. We're going to take Thief, getting Fast Hands and Second Story Work. We're now going to multiclass to Fighter, getting medium armor, shields, and all weapons. We're just here to fill the build out, we've already got everything we need. At level 1 we'll get Second Wind in our fighting style, taking Blind Fighting. We're already doing D8 unarmed damage, and Double Trouble isn't a grappler, so there's no reason to take unarmed fighting. At level 2 we'll get Action Surge and Tactical Mind, and at level 3 we'll get our Martial Archetype. We're going to go with Battle Master because I don't need another fighting style from Champion. We get Intimidation and Weaver's Tools for costume design, as well as our Superiority dice and maneuvers. We'll take Commanding Presence for better Charisma checks, Tactical Assessment for better Insight, and Ambush for stealth. At level 4 we'll take the Skill Expert feat, Rounding Wisdom. We'll also take History and Expertise Stealth. At level 5 we'll get Extra Attack and Tactical Shift, and at level 6 we'll cap our Charisma. At level 7 we'll get Know Your Enemy, another Superiority die, and 2 more maneuvers. We'll take Bait and Switch to push someone else in front, and Commander Strike to make someone else fight. Lastly, at Fighter and Rogue levels 8 and 4 we'll take the boons of Spell Recall and Skill, Overclock, and Charisma. We'll specifically take Expertise and Investigation. Now that we're level 20, we finally have our modifiers. Our AC with Dazzling Footwork is 19, our movement speed is 40, and our average HP is 111 with 8d10 and 12d8 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Now what can this build do? To start, we are a maestro of manipulation and the ultimate infiltrator, able to perform any role with regal aplomb. We also have every skill proficiency and several expertises to boot. We can charm, we can stealth, and we can make others fight for us. We're also a speedy escape artist, making us hard to pin down. For weaknesses, our melee combat is decent, but only because we took Fighter. No extra attack is just a mistake, and the unarmed strike whenever you expend an inspiration die is weird. It says you can make that attack when you expend a die as an action, bonus action, or reaction. Except bards don't get any actions that use them, only the bonus action. And even dance bards don't get a reaction to use them on until level 6. You also get to use one on initiative, except that doesn't count as an action, bonus action, or reaction, so you're wasting an attack. There's also a chance that the attack misses. At least sword bards use their dice to add damage to an attack that's already landed. I almost remade Shantae again when this subclass came out, and I'm so glad I didn't. We also don't have anything for combat except for melee, and the only attack-based maneuver we have requires an ally. Not only that, but we're one good hangnail away from power word kill range. Weaknesses aside, we're the real star of this show. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. $1 a month gets you 2-day early access to my videos and access to all of my homebrew content. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I'll see you all next time when I make Chaggy from Hazbin Hotel. Because apparently that's the best ship name that fans could come up with.